The following podcast may contain spoilers, strong language, graphic violence, and nudity. Viewer discretion is advised. Don't touch me! Don't touch me! Don't touch me!
Four guys and a movie. Four guys and a movie. Donnie, Brian, Rob, and Joe reviewing movies for the show. Four guys and a movie.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Four Guys in a Movie podcast. This episode is sponsored by Foul Play brand duck condoms. When you're getting ready to have an afternoon duck, think Foul Play.
They're corkscrew shaped.
For her pleasure.
Or not.
Or not.
Welcome back to our superhero third quarter of the year. And
It's still summer.
It is
hot enough.
definitely
It's very
still
much
summer.
still summer.
It is definitely still summer. But by the time we actually get towards the end, we're going to be like
Superhero
Putting-
autumn.
putting trees and lights up and stuff, and it'll be it's gonna run a little
Superhero
long in the
Christmas.
tooth. Yeah. So on the note of superheroes, I do want to reiterate, if you have not already, think about entering our Cat Piss Man t-shirt contest. We talked about this in our Howard the Duck episode. We're looking for listeners to design a logo for Cat Piss Man to put on a t-shirt. The winner will have a Cat Piss Man t-shirt made. And we will, actually, you can pick out whatever shirt you want, and we'll all sign it as though that means something. So that's a pretty cool deal. Anyway, Superhero Summer, episode 2, Blankman, from 1994? Okay, thank you. I'm your host this week, Rob. To my left,
Brian.
Will. Tony.
Other Joe.
other
guy.
Yeah,
What?
listen,
Other guy.
my brain is already
Come on.
like shoveling this movie out of my memory. It's trying to smooth over the
Same
wrinkles
here.
that
This
this
is going to be an
caused.
interesting one.
It like saved over Howard the Duck, and now you're wanting to
It did, but like
get both out.
half of it got corrupted, and
Howard the Duck is still freshly scorched into my cortex.
See, my problem is Howard the Duck brought up way too much of Garbage Pail Kids, and it's like I thought I repressed all that.
I mean, this did too for me a little bit.
Really?
They were dressed kind of the same. That little kid that peed himself all the time.
Okay.
I mean, it's a stretch, but it still hurts. Speaking of hurts, I have to do something that I often have to do on this show, and apologize. I was in the Walmart today, and I came across cream pies with raisins. I didn't know they existed.
You thought we were lying all this time?
I didn't think you were lying. I just thought you were being overly paranoid about my choice in snacks.
Oh, they look just alike.
They
Yeah.
do look just alike.
Yeah.
I didn't know they
It's
existed.
real hard to tell.
And I was legitimately tempted to like smash
Oh,
the boxes.
we
that I saw.
would have fought this whole episode
Yeah.
of us yelling at you for tricking us last week.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't gonna buy them. I was gonna smash them in the store.
Oh, okay, all right, all
And
right.
some little old lady buys them for her grandkids, and she's like, "All of these are smashed."
It's one of those things where if you had won the
Grandkids
lotto,
are like,
you'd go in a
"Yes."
store and just buy them all just to destroy them like,
Yeah.
right after you rang them out.
Throw them in the dumpster in the
And
back.
those,
Put them on the floor and
they
step
se-
on them.
They send it on the conveyor belt. It just goes off onto the floor where you're just stomping on them.
and they had them right next to the chocolate chip ones. And I was so
Right.
mad.
You should like make a sign and go back there and put it up on the thing that's like, "Don't be fooled. These are raisins," or
No, I
something.
mean
You
it's
know.
clear on the you can tell by the
Yo,
packaging.
has
It's
anyone
just
ever protested those? Like, we should go on behalf of Fat Chat and
We
just have
should.
a protest in the
stand
aisle.
in front of stand out.
So
Do
they
like
throw us
uh,
out.
like a old fashioned book burning, but just burn the like
Yeah.
desserts with raisins.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd pick the raisins out and probably still eat them.
No, you would.
Yeah. Anyway, Blankman.
Is that what we do in the?
That's how we're doing it. Tony, you got some info on Blankman? A little bit, maybe?
Not really. Okay, so Jesus, Blankman from 1994, directed by Mike Bender. Sorry. Make sure I'm getting hurt here. He is also the director of Indian Summer, Sex Monster, Foreplay, The Upside of Anger, and Reign Over Me.
Oh, okay.
You know, that
Like the
guy.
Adam Sandler movie?
Yeah.
He likes directing movies with people with mental handicaps.
Is that the 9/11 Adam
Yeah.
Sandler movie?
Yes, it is.
Oh man.
Wait, this
There's a 9/11 Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like not
Him
funny
and
at all. It's
yeah,
like
him and
super
Don
serious.
Cheadle.
Super
it's Don
serious.
Cheadle.
Yeah.
His family's been killed in 9/11, and he becomes like a crazy homeless person. And
Oh, wow.
And
Yeah,
Don,
it's not
Don Cheadle.
directly about 9/11, but it is Adam Sandler is, like you said, getting over his family dying and
Oh,
the
wow.
tragedy.
I didn't know that was the thing.
Yeah.
Still not as bad as Remember Me, the secret 9/11 movie. Fuck that movie.
Only
Anyway,
you saw it.
Yeah.
That's fine. So
I agree, I
remember it.
guess.
Remember me. Remember. Sorry.
So, yeah. Do we want to go over our brief history with this movie?
Sure.
Anyone?
Yeah, I love this movie. I was a kid. I watched it every time it came on. This is my shit. Like, all the gadgets in it I thought was cool as fuck. Like, I was, 14 when this came out? So, it was, for me, it was like, you know, it was cool because, like, it was making fun of, like, the other superhero movies, like Batman, all kind of shit. But it was still, like, just campy and fun and stuff. So, yeah.
I remember it was on Comedy Central a lot.
Yeah, it was.
And watching it and not getting like some of the more adult humor, but still thinking like some of the slapstick stuff was funny. And like the whole kissing scene, I'm like, oh, haha, he just doesn't like girls. And then you're an adult and you're like, oh, he's coming in his pants.
No, I never thought
times.
that.
I didn't think he didn't like girls, but yeah, I didn't get the. I guess maybe it was more. I was thinking some kind of cootie situation or
Yeah.
something, but
Gang of cooties.
yeah, I saw it in its entirety like one time, and then I saw it on like bits and parts on Comedy Central or whatever, like 1,000 other freaking times. But it hasn't. It's been years.
Joe?
This was one of those firmly like good enough to watch movies to keep on in the background that when I used to actually have a TV running in the background, I would watch. You know, in the 90s, this is one of those movies that probably would have been better if it were made in the 80s. But I remember when it'd come on, I'd be like, yeah, all right, we can leave this on. I'd be disappointed that it wasn't Mystery Men because that was my spoof superhero joint.
We didn't watch that one, have we?
No, we have not.
No, you guys had every opportunity to choose it for this this superhero.
Well, I was going with
So
the
did
choosing
you.
bad ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
All
you
right.
you
And
had
now
it
you
too.
get- I hate Mystery Men, so I would not
Yeah,
have
I don't
chosen
understand that one.
You hate it?
But
Yeah, I did not enjoy it.
Why
All right,
do
we
you
should
own
do
it?
an episode on that.
We should watch it.
That's a story.
Yeah.
Okay.
What'd you say?
Someone pays $20 to
That's what-
traumatize
yeah.
Rob.
All
I don't
right.
think I'd be traumatized. It's not like painful. I just don't enjoy it.
Someone pays $20 to traumatize Rob.
Speaking of not enjoying, I never saw this movie before today. I loved In Living Color, and weirdly enough, like I loved the handyman character, and I used to like emulate it a lot.
I'm sure everyone listening is shocked.
Yeah, I know. But for whatever reason, when I saw trailers for this, I was like, nah, that does not look like anything I want to be a part of. Which is weird.
Shocking.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, it is shocking because I liked...
Handyman without all the offensiveness, I'm out.
I
forgot about
disagree
Handyman.
about without all the offensiveness.
Well, yes, we'll get into it, but
Intentional or not, but yeah, no, I never saw that.
all right. Yeah, so speaking of, this was no shock to anyone. Largely his handyman character. It was actually, I think, originally pitched as a handyman movie, but he was like, I'd rather reach larger audiences, so let's not.
Let's just change the name and nothing else, pretty much.
It's a little different, Rob.
Very
a
little.
little different.
Very little.
I totally
Let's-
blanked out Handyman. I don't remember that character.
It's okay. It
That's
is quite all
exactly
right.
what they
Yeah,
did
that's
for this
fine.
film. They
Yeah.
blanked out Handyman.
But this movie was written by Damon Wayans, of course, and J.F. Lawton, whose biggest credits so far, his crowning achievement was writing the movie Pretty Women and Cannibal Women in the Avocado Jungle of Death.
Pretty Woman or Pretty Women?
Pretty women.
Pretty Woman.
Oh, woman.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you said women.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, did I?
Woman.
Okay.
Oh,
Wow,
Pretty
that's,
Woman.
that's
what a
very different.
what a
Yes.
filmography for this guy.
Yes, indeed.
Cannibal
Avocado
Women in the
Jungle?
Avocado Jungle
Yeah.
of Death.
This is also the first
That's
appearance.
what I wanna see.
Yeah, the first big debut appearance of Damon Wayans Jr. and Greg Kinnear. I don't know if you caught him in there.
Catch, yes.
And the making of this movie is apparently seen by more people, and reportedly more people found it funny.
The making of?
Yes. There's a documentary, little short documentary on the making of this movie, which reportedly people have said.
I'm guessing it was Damon Wayans and then David Alan Grier being stupid.
Themselves.
Yeah, just joking around.
Yeah, they're funny guys.
Who was Greg Kinnear in the movie?
He was the talk show host when they were showing the other two superheroes. Yeah, that's Greg Kinnear.
Sweet.
Poor Tony Cox.
Gay man.
And Midget Man.
Midget Man.
Midget Man and Gay Man, yes.
After he was in Howard the Duck, Midget Man had to find something else to do.
Was Tony Cox in Howard the Duck?
I don't
believe so.
We can neither confirm nor deny.
Well,
I mean,
That could have been anyone in
No.
that suit.
he has not committed suicide, so I would say no.
Yeah.
He's still making that money.
I looked through as much of the list of the 200 little people that died during the making of that movie. I didn't see his name in there, so I don't. I'm not sure, but I won't believe so. All right, does anyone want to guess at how much money this movie cost to make?
Way more than it should.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess. No, but it's still Wayans. I'm gonna say $15 million.
$10 million.
I'd say 6.
Didn't you look this up?
I didn't see how much it cost to make. I saw how much it made.
Zip it.
All right. What, did somebody guess 20?
No,
no.
no.
I'll guess 20.
I guess I'll have to give it to Joe. It was $30 million.
Oh my god!
All right.
Oh, it's 1994.
All right. Other than Rob, who wants to guess how much money this movie made?
I'm gonna say my $15 million.
$5 million.
$1 million plus a solar panel.
Let me quick do the conversion for a
Will
solar panel.
won.
Yeah, Will won. It was. I'm giving it $8 million because it was 7 point something, but.
Wow.
Yeah, it did not do well.
Lost
I
$22
didn't
million.
see it in theaters.
Yeah, I did not see it in the theater. either.
No one saw it in theaters.
Yikes.
Yeah, I feel bad, but I had a experience of this kind of thing recently. I actually saw Stuber, and it was just me.
Like,
Just you and Dave Bautista.
Yup.
Oh boy.
And Camille.
Camille, yeah.
Yeah, Camille Nanjiani.
Yeah, that looks atrocious.
It sure does.
It just looks atrocious.
It looks more like all the funny jokes are in the trailer, you know?
Yeah, pretty
like,
much. The ending's in the trailer. It's one of those. So yeah. Anyway,
Is the ending when he turns into that little alien guy and gives a thumbs up? It's like, hey, that's the guy doing the voice for that.
Men in
Men in
oh
Black
yes,
guy, right?
yes.
Yeah, it's a prequel for that.
Yeah.
Okay. That registered, yeah.
It did, yeah.
Showed up.
Yeah, that's,
Oh,
But
it'll register.
just wait until we get those high quality mics.
My point is solely you have those movies when you know how empty this shit is. Anyway,
Speaking of registering farts, how does this film start out? Because
Well, who's in it?
with a cast
Oh,
list.
yeah, yeah.
Starts
Give me
out
that
with
sweet,
a,
sweet cast.
with a cartoon that lists the cast.
Oh,
you
yeah, that was
got
funny.
yourself a Damon Wayans as Daryl Walker, a David Alan Grier as Kevin Walker, a Robin Givens as Kimberly Johns, Christopher Lawford as Mayor Marvin Harris, Lynn Thigpen as Grandma Walker, John Polito as Michael the Suit Minnelli, Nick Corello as Sammy the Blade, and Jason Alexander as Mr. Stone.
Tony Cox is Midget Man.
Yeah, Midget Man. I don't know who played Gay Man, though.
Gay man's identity is unconfirmed.
He's still in the closet.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I totally forgot David Alan Grier was in this for some reason. I thought it was Keenan Ivory Wayans. Like I said, I've never seen it, so I just assumed it was a full-on Wayans brothers or Wayans family affair. But
You're wrong.
No,
I was
This
wrong.
was in the stage where Damon was getting some single roles.
Oh yeah,
without-
he
Was
was
this, like, around the
older,
time of Major
Major
Payne?
and
Yeah.
Yeah.
whatever else he was in. I don't even remember.
this is how David Alan Grier got to be in movies because
Yeah, I had no idea Jason Alexander was in this thing.
Yep.
How far removed are we from Dunstan Checks In?
Not far enough.
Yeah.
Seinfeld was happening, right? So he was
Seinfeld was happening.
making bank.
Mm.
Well, Jerry Seinfeld's making bank.
He wasn't making,
They
like,
were
good
all
money,
making
too.
bank
Yeah.
at this point, yeah.
Syndication was happening already. It was like, you know you're big when your show's
Were they already
syndicated.
syndicated? Okay,
And
yeah.
you're still airing episodes.
That's-
Yeah.
I couldn't quite remember when Seinfeld debuted, but I was trying to do the math in my head. did he get signed on to this before then? But
He added
maybe not.
He added a screened-in porch to his mansion or something.
Yeah, maybe
That's all
not.
it was.
He was in North, so anything goes.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Joe, by the way, that really smells.
Yeah.
Just so
Joe,
you know.
Joe smells.
I warned you.
This is really bad.
Joe smells
It's
bad.
like,
All right.
Just
well,
think.
Do.
if I wasn't such a glutton, I'd be put off this food by now.
so anyway, we get these two
Just
kids
ram 2 peanut bars up your nose.
that are watching Batman.
But I ram 4 up your butt.
Batman, the TV show,
blast him right
66,
back out.
Stem the
Yes,
tide.
that Adam West Batman.
on a black and white TV.
That TV that sucks.
Sucks real bad. Can't get a good reception on
Can't
it.
get any good reception. So how do we get reception? We tinfoil a wire and hang a bunch of pots and pans.
Yeah, we
Turn
destroyed
to
everything
Boy
in the kitchen.
Genius.
Yeah, just run it across
Daryl.
the apartment and into the toilet, and then flushing the toilet improves your reception.
Yo, whatever works.
Makes sense.
Whatever works.
Perfect.
Sure.
Yep.
I don't know how, but whatever.
That's what we do here at 4 a.m. podcast headquarters.
Yeah,
But you
I've
know
seen people do more to achieve less.
I'll give him this because usually in that scenario, one person's holding the antenna and can't
Yeah.
watch what's happening.
Yeah.
And he set it up so he can watch what's happening too.
Yeah.
So, I give him credit for that.
I was worried when he was stuck on the toilet and he's like, "Don't move!" Like it was
Yeah.
going to be one of those.
Or I
But
thought he was going to get electrocuted.
Mhm.
1 foot in the toilet.
No, we'll give him his powers.
Yeah. Quote unquote powers.
yeah, but we're trying to demonstrate he's very clever with making things.
Ingenuity.
And that's it.
Yeah, that's about it. And they like Batman.
Joe, did you watch this with Brick?
No.
I'm curious what his brain would have done.
No, I watched this one by myself.
Sympathize with the lead character.
I'm not sure.
Probably, yeah.
You'd be like, I could make that.
I would be interested. Like, I'm sure. I would think he would probably appreciate that he's building all these things, but he'd probably be like, "That design is fucking terrible."
Yeah.
I stuck 2 flashlights to a dryer. When does it gain sentience?
When you put
When
the
you
pom
add
pom.
the blue pom pom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
By the way, his robot there. We can discuss that from K-19
J5.
J5.
or J5.
Wow.
K-19's the Widowmaker.
Widowmaker.
I mean, so is this.
Tony was asleep during half the movie, to be fair.
Did anyone else see this robot and get flashbacks of "Don't hug me, I'm scared"?
I don't know what that is. What is
Yeah,
that?
I'm not sure what that is.
Oh,
mean-
seriously? Okay.
No, not really.
He's the mop
mean,
guy.
I say
No, I
that
know
to
exactly
a coworker
what
of
you're
mine every day, but aside from that,
Yeah, but I mean, more of like that other show that was on TV with the one that had like VHS tape hair or whatever.
Is that special
All right.
edition?
Maybe I don't know. You watched it. I didn't really watch
don't
it.
know what
You
you're
watched
talking
it.
about.
Anyway,
Hug
yeah,
Will-
nobody understands, so let's move on.
Will wasn't alive when you
Yeah.
watched it, whatever.
Yeah, what's a VHS?
Will doesn't watch his mouth. He won't be alive at the end of this show either.
End it now.
Anyway,
Alright, so-
no, it was Johnny 5.
J5.
or,
J5,
or
yeah.
Jackson 5. You choose whatever you
Was
want.
Johnny 5 before this?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
not here yet. So we got I do like this scene though because the chief from Carmen San Diego sees that they're water damaging the hell out of her apartment.
That's right. Yeah. I forgot about that. That is
Oh,
right.
she's
Yep.
like, "Gumshoes, you done fucked up." And like, she comes in with the whooping hard, and it's putting the biff and slap and all those sound effects.
She's like, I'm going to rip your ass off and make soup out of it.
I'm gonna eat your ass. I'm gonna eat ass soup
yeah,
tonight.
mom.
Yeah, well, we were making child abuse fun again.
Yeah, mom was giving a good old fashioned mom beating.
Grandma.
That's back-
which-
Yeah, grandma beating.
What?
Oh, man, the only time I ever
We
got
just-
beat was from my grandma.
Yeah, no, you gotta stand there and take him. She's too fragile. You don't make her chase you.
You
I had to
can't
go-
be
I-
Batman with
Yeah.
both parents.
Yeah,
I know, but we're just gonna glaze over the fact that they're just gone.
yeah,
That happens.
Yeah.
happens.
What do you think this is? A Zack Snyder movie? You got to show the.
Yeah.
I want to see the pearls getting ripped off for the 50th time. Show me those pearls.
I just said her name.
Yeah.
I need Crime Alley to be zoomed in on.
So, it cuts to like the present day after the credits, and you see basically the same neighborhood, but it's way worse now.
Mm-hmm.
There's a guy getting beaten right in the alley, and Grandma tries to help by throwing a jar out the window. Hits the dude that's getting beaten up right in the head,
Yeah, what?
Yeah, and the guy's like, thanks, Grandma.
and he runs to like the cops for help, and the cops just like, get away, you weirdo.
Yeah.
Don't
Crazy-
bleed on my car.
Crazy
my
bum,
car.
get out of here.
Don't bleed on my
Yeah.
car.
And you find out that the cops are basically on strike. They're having a work slowdown, which I didn't think you were legally allowed to do.
They'd bring in scabs or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Fighting crime in a future time.
Yeah.
Those RoboCops.
So, yeah, then you meet Kevin, played by David Alan Grier, who is sneaking one of his ladies out of the apartment.
Yeah. Apparently he does just fine for himself.
Well, not according to Grandma. She listened to the whole thing
Oh,
and
yeah.
was critical of his technique.
Not like that was funny, by the way.
Yes.
That
Yeah, it was great.
But like, you gotta have like decent enough game to like convince a woman to come back to your place where your
Grandma's
grandma
house.
lives. Like,
Yeah.
your grandma's house.
Where it's definitely the situation where like you live with your grandma, like you're not a nice guy and your grandma's living with you. You know?
Literally, it is her place. Like,
Well, yeah, shortly after this, he's like, Grandma, you know, we're grown now. And I'm like, in what way? Because
You're wearing these pajamas.
Also, my brother is a weirdo and probably recording this somehow.
Oh, definitely.
well, no, he does not yet have any interest in women.
J5 is probably in there somewhere. It's under a laundry pile or something.
on the spin cycle.
Oh, yeah.
J05.
Yeah, if they just had David Alan Grier come out and sneak his girlfriend out,
Yeah.
and Damon comes out after and tries to sneak the robot out.
So yeah, there we meet the main character, Daryl Walker, played by Damon Wayans. And
When
yeah,
there's trouble, you call DW.
so yeah, he wants this guy to wear his belt. He wants Kevin to wear his belt. Kevin's like, get that shit out my face.
he made a cool belt. It has
Yeah.
a radio, two-way radio in it.
It's a
a
frickin-
GPS thing in it.
It's a Sucrets tin.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's also
Cool
like has a fork as one of his things for his glasses, you know.
Yes.
He's like
Which he had since he was a kid.
Since he was a
nerd
kid.
to the max.
Yeah.
Guess
Which
they didn't
I
have
guess means he's been wearing the same pair of glasses for like 20 years?
but he doesn't wear
'Cause they've
glasses as
grown to his head.
Blankman.
Yeah.
He doesn't wear glasses as Blankman, so,
So we just can't see if he's actually fighting the right person or not.
The way he fights, I'm not sure it matters.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
I mean, he may not need his glasses.
yeah, that's what I was kind of
It
thinking.
might be a crutch of some
It's a
sort.
comfort thing.
Yeah, comfort.
They were his
thing.
dad's.
Yeah.
Oh, this got
It could
weirdly
be,
sad.
it could be something like that because literally when he's Blankman, he's not wearing them.
Yeah.
And that's for half the movies. He's Blankman.
Yeah.
So
All right.
Which
So
is more. I
I just want to make up all this fake mythology.
so long story short,
But I just
things-
I-
go ahead.
Sorry, I just quickly, I want to point out that we immediately made this superhero movie way darker and better than DC ever did.
Well, we're just conditioned by our surroundings to do so. All right, so then, you get the basic family dynamic here. Damon makes something weird. He wants Kevin to wear it. Kevin's like, no. Grandma makes him do it. And, so Kevin's off to work. Supposedly, Daryl has a job, but you don't ever see it.
He works
again.
at the
You do.
technology,
Yeah.
like repair store.
Yeah.
But just that one scene,
Yeah,
you see
yeah,
it,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he's making a sound-activated bug predator thing that has a slap hand on one end and a bug spray thing on the other, and it just goes on a rampage through the lab and accidentally discovers the formula to making ordinary clothes bulletproof.
yes.
that shit's amazing.
What's that?
What he makes.
Yeah.
Because like
Yeah.
it's in the 90s. He motherfucker has a drone that can detect a specific type of enemy.
Well, can attempt to.
Yeah.
Hypothetically, it can, but
Yeah.
it proves to be a bigger danger to everyone else around there.
Mm.
But he does, like, he halfway gets there to making, like, a smartphone, I think a smartwatch, a drone.
The belt has a tracking device.
Yeah, GPS tracker in it.
Well, that's what I mean by a smartphone.
Yeah.
Like, and this is part of what bugs me, the whole thing. Like, I get it for the gags.
Yeah.
But, like, just take the damn thing off your belt buckle and it's useful.
Mhm.
Just don't be
That's
talking
when-
into your crotch.
That's the ultimate villain of this movie. It's Steve Jobs who just runs in and Wozniak's his poor kid.
He's like, come with me. What's his name? Kevin?
No,
Daryl. Come with me, Daryl. I'll mentor you in Silicon Valley.
yeah, it'd be great.
Deep in my
We'll
basement.
both make money.
Sign this contract.
So, then
I'll pay you in all the appliances you want.
When Kevin goes to work and you see he's at the news studio, he's like, I'm going to go try to hit on Robin Givens here as Kimberly Johns.
Very nice.
Very nice,
Like
yeah.
you do.
Some guy named Steve just comes by and he's like, oh, I'm an asshole going back to the basement.
He's like, hey, Steve.
Yeah, Steve.
Yeah, that was only to point out like that. He, Kevin knew good and well that he wasn't supposed to be up there because his studio's in the basement, and he went to like the 20th floor or something like that.
Yeah.
He only got on to try and hit on her. Like that was it.
And I think what is he? He gets something sort of set up, or he gets like I'll think about it. I think at this stage, or is that a little
That's
later?
later.
A little later.
Yeah.
Okay. So
She shoots him down immediately. He's just like, "Oh, it's a nice day," and she's like, "Fuck you."
Well, I mean, to be fair, she probably gets it all the time.
Yeah, from everybody.
Probably from him, too.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, I know you don't work on my floor, fucker. I know you work in the fucking basement.
All
You're
right,
stalking
yeah.
me.
That could be.
Stop stalking me, you fucker.
oh man, I watched his dreams get crushed at work the other day.
Oh man.
That's always fun.
He made a move on one of the pharmacists.
Okay.
Customer? He was a customer?
Customer, yeah, saying that you forgot my heart pills. Because when I saw you, it started racing. And yeah, in front of everyone. Like, there was like 4 or 5 people watching this dude make his move. Shot down.
I saw that. That's great. I saw recently someone was in my line and the guy was like, so you want to get drinks later? And the girl was like, no. Not even an excuse. Just no.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, I didn't know what to say. I was just like, here's your total. Have a good one.
Give the change real quick.
Yeah.
Get out.
So,
Here's an extra bag to cry in.
needless to say, this, what you recall, he goes down to the basement to hard copy. And here's where we meet Mr. Stone.
Hard
played
Edition.
Hard Edition, I'm sorry. Yeah, Mr. Stone, played by Jason Alexander. And this is a character.
It is a
Indeed.
character.
Yeah.
Indeed.
He's doing things.
He's something.
I like his tabloid wall, where he's just like the vice president. And what was it? It was like cheerleaders or something. Aliens and S&M
S&M
sex.
sex.
Yeah, he just throws darts at it, gets a headline.
Like in South Park with the
The dolphins.
manatees.
Or manatees.
The
Writing
ball pit.
Family Guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I like his other wall, too, where it's like pin the boobs.
Oh, yeah. One was just milk jugs.
One was just milk jugs.
I didn't even notice that.
No?
Yeah, there was a poster of a woman with the boobs removed.
Well, you need to take that Rorschach test
Yeah.
again, I guess.
I didn't even notice it.
And there
Wow.
were several sketches of different racks that you could put on there.
Wow.
He's a special guy.
I'd have 2 that were just troll face.
Those might have been up there.
Yeah.
A little early, but...
So then basically we find out it's his job to go out and just print some trash journalism, take some nasty pictures. What the hell even happens here? This is like, well, we found out at some point that their grandmother is highly involved in this guy Councilman Harris's
Yes.
campaign.
Yeah.
Where he's like the one uncorruptible guy from their neighborhood.
Yeah, he's actually, well, I mean, he's a politician, so whatever, but like he's promising to clean up the neighborhood, and it looks like he actually means to do so.
Yeah, he's like a pre-elected Obama. Like he's just a beam of hope.
But the local crime boss comes in and is like, yeah, how about I buy you off?
In front of everybody.
Yeah, just in front of everybody.
Doing some flagrantly illegal things.
Yeah.
But no, he's like, no, fuck you. Get out of my place. And Kevin and Daryl's grandmother is in there. She's like, you got a tiny dick. Like, literally.
It's just basically, yeah.
Yep.
Got a little pecker.
And,
No, their grandmother's awesome.
I checked you on the chart.
But like, even on the way out, that guy's just like, I'm going to come back and burn you all alive. Like,
Yeah.
Turns out you're not even on the chart. You just use that little hole the chart uses to hang on the peg.
And fast forward.
so sure enough, yeah. This scene is so weird because
A lot of scenes are weird.
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah,
but
this?
they bust in. A couple guys bust in ski masks to steal whatever little money they raised to get this campaign going, and then they're like running out with the money. And just as they're leaving,
Run's a strong word. One guy does like the jankiest shuffle backwards
Yeah.
out the door.
He's very
from, like,
nervous.
6 old ladies.
yeah,
like that. I'm sure he could just briskly walk away from it.
But it doesn't matter anyway, because like just as they're leaving, another dude comes in the door and is like, the mob boss says hi and just shoots up the place. Why
Like
the
with a
masks? I don't.
Uzi, yeah.
Yeah. When,
Well, I think what was happening is Michael Manelli. I think his original plan was just to rob it, and then like for some reason in the middle of that, he's just like, "Fuck it, Sammy, go shoot them all."
He was like, she said I had tiny dick.
Murder her.
She made fun of my pee-pee.
Murder them all.
oh, yes.
No one must know.
So Grandma's now dead.
Mm.
Daryl, what is fuck his name?
Daryl and Kevin.
Daryl is Damon.
Yes, I just want to call him Damon. But Daryl is like bawling his eyes out. He really misses his grandmother. It's wrecked
Weird
him.
winter hat at the funeral.
He's just gross crying.
Yeah, he's a weird guy. But he's now distraught. He seems almost catatonic while they're on the train. I guess he hasn't said anything. It's just the same day, right?
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah. I think they're on the train on the way home.
But they see like there's some scuffle. A lady's getting harassed or whatever. And finally he's like, you know what? I've had it. I'm not going to just sit here anymore. I'm going to do something about this. And
Pushes the guy.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he does a decent job, I guess, with this
Yeah,
dude.
I mean, it's some luck was on his side, but he takes care of this guy.
If the doors hadn't closed, he would have gotten stabbed.
Well, if the guy hadn't waited for the door to
Yes.
Exactly.
And not like
Well,
just
the guy
put
was
his
like-
hand out.
The guy was like, "How much do I really want this man's blood on my hands?" And but he's like, "I don't want to look like a bitch, so
Well-
let's just take this real slow."
Really, it was okay. I went too fast. Where's the guy to close the door?
Yeah,
Fuck. I'll menace for a second. All right, door's closed. Cool. All right.
yeah.
Even when he's doing that, though, it was literally just like, stick your hands out. You could open those again. It's not that hard.
Now, the part I do not remember, probably because I think I've only seen this on Comedy Central, is David Wayne just looks around the car and he's just like, "Y'all ain't shit." It's like totally out of character and everything. It made me laugh. So Swiss Wayne decides he's like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna be a crime fighter, standing up. I'm gonna, take care of this neighborhood."
Yeah, I mean, I got this bulletproof whatever I want now. So I guess just dye some long johns.
Yeah, so
And
he
a sock.
well, so he works at an electrical appliance repair store or something
Mm-hmm.
that just has chemicals
I don't know.
on burners.
Chemical X. I don't know.
It's like Gotham City. There's just random chemicals everywhere.
Yeah,
Just
it's
chemicals
just-
everywhere? All right. You know what?
For comic book reasons. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what this movie is. It's a
Yeah.
Just reasons. Stuff happens for reasons.
Yeah,
Well, for comic book reasons.
That's most of the movies we
I like
review.
Well, I like that he had like a bathtub full of like turn things bulletproof
Yeah.
liquid. Like, did he just drain that afterwards? Is that like down in the sewers,
Yeah, I'm
like
saying, like-
turning toilet paper bulletproof?
Did he?
That's
make
how
it-
we got Killer Croc.
yeah, right. There you go.
Yeah.
Did he make it in the bathtub? Didn't he have to like set it on fire or something? I don't.
No, I don't think.
The chemicals spilled on his lab coat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then he threw the lab coat on some fire. And he realized
that
that
heated
it
it up.
didn't
Well,
damage
yeah,
it.
it was. I think he just dropped it on there,
Okay.
but yeah, it was realizing that the fire wasn't doing any damage. But yeah, I guess that's just in the systems now,
So
and all his pipes are going to be
Yeah.
pristine.
Kevin's like, I don't know what he's doing in that bathroom, but he's been in there a while.
You know what he's doing.
But like,
Actually, before we move forward, though, I gotta
Where's
say,
J5?
I like the double tap though of he took a pair of tidy whities and made those bulletproof too.
yes,
Protecting my balls.
yeah. I just, it's so dumb. But it's like you're going through all this trouble to dye these so they're like bulletproof or whatever. Can't you like dye them a matching color at least or something? Like you just
Why?
got a
Not
fucking
important.
bed sheet
Why?
because it's just so stupid.
Like,
Yeah.
you understand his mindset. Like, he doesn't care if something looks as long as it does its function.
Yeah,
And so he does all his gadgets look fucking ridiculous,
Yes.
but they function how he wants them to. So whatever. That's his thing.
All right. So now he reveals himself to Kevin. He's like, "Look, I'm a crime fighter. I have electronic nunchucks that destroy your dresser and concentrated flatulence that I collected while you were sleeping." And Kevin's basically just like, "Get the fuck out of here."
Yeah. You look ridiculous. Go to bed.
And those better be the only nocturnal emissions you've collected.
Yeah.
From me.
So Damon's like, "All right, going out to fight crime."
Bye.
Legit. Like, so.
Oh, but first he does mention that he made a costume for
Yes.
Kevin as well.
Next time, baby.
So he goes off to war, goes save some prostitutes getting the hell pimp slapped out of her in an alley.
By some kind of Joe Biden looking guy.
Yeah, basically, Joe Biden's just slapping the crap out of this hoe in the alley. And you know it's a bad neighborhood where there's just people watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the nightly entertainment.
Yeah.
Like, all right, he's smacking one
Well,
tonight.
that's been a thing throughout this, which
Yeah.
I did appreciate because, as we mentioned with the train thing, Kevin's like just talking to him like normal while this woman was getting harassed, and like you see that in little bits here and there throughout the whole thing, like how much shit is just happening and people just accept it as daily life. But so we get a bunch of bums here that are just like, hey, all right, this lady's getting slapped.
So yeah,
Must be Tuesday.
Blankman shows up and he's just like, "Why don't you slap me around?" The guy's like, "Okay."
He used to slap me. He still like call me Susan.
Yeah.
He doesn't. He's like Susan.
And you're getting like the flying across the screen. This guy's pimp hand strong. He's slapping him into trash piles.
And I do like one of the bystanders just like, someone should help that lady.
Finally, he's just like, "Look, get the fuck out of here. I'm going to shoot you." And he's like, "Well, just shoot me." So he does, and bullets bounce off.
This is what I've been waiting for.
And the whole time we're like, just aim for the head. What is wrong with you? Just
Yeah,
aim
but
for
then
his head.
a bum says, "Why don't you shoot him in the head?"
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe I should.
Shoot him
Thanks,
in the face.
innocent bystander bum.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guy.
Realize I'm going to have to kill you, too, because you're an accessory to murder now. Or a witness to murder. So,
But during this, Kevin was trying to find him by using his belt buckle tracker because they could track each other through it. So right in the nick of time, Kevin comes in with sweet karate kicks.
yeah, I remember David Alan Greer's karate being better.
Yeah.
It's
Before
it's
you
not
knew
good.
better.
No, I mean, like Captain Kirk's karate would dominate this man.
And yeah, I mean, Kirk had some weight on Greer, though, too.
Yeah, but I mean, he may as well
He's
have
a
just
thick boy.
like grabbed the guy's wrist and do the little flippy move and then
Break the wrist, walk away.
yeah, the double hand smash that Shatner would do. But anyway, so he
That would've been
fu-
awesome.
Yeah, well, he karates this guy. I'm sorry, kung fu was not really acceptable at this point. It was all martial arts were just karate.
Karate Man.
Yeah. And yeah, he karates this guy out of the alley, and then they run. Oh, we did miss one funny scene where should we call it? Daryl was calling Kevin while Kevin was at work, and he had to talk into the belt buckle, and it looked like he was talking to his wiener, and of course that's why. I mean, that's when Kimberly Johns walks by
Yeah.
and sees him going like, "Look, I'll play with you later. I'm at work."
And then we'll do something in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Why would you even say that, though?
I mean, like, I've seen employees basically doing that at work.
That doesn't make it
No, but
okay.
they were actually talking about their dicks.
Yeah, they were being responsible, at least saying like, "I'll do it later. I can't do it now. Wait till we get home."
Well, I don't even think it was wait till we get. I believe it was on my lunch break. I'll go in the bathroom.
Yeah,
We
I'll
can
go in the
play.
bathroom and we'll play.
Off the clock at least.
Yay!
Not in the break room.
Of a floor I don't work on.
Well, I mean, if you're going to do it in a break room, like,
I know you go into the handicap stalls and you play with yourself. Anyway. So, yeah.
Turn around.
So yeah, we're back to basically. Kevin's like, "All right, look, you want to do a superhero thing? We'll do a superhero thing. Let's do it my way. We'll do a neighborhood watch." Daryl's like, "This is boring, yeah." And then girl comes up and is like, "There's a woman stuck in the elevator. Bye."
Help me, help.
Oh, bye-bye.
Yeah. And you know, if a woman's stuck in the elevator,
Oh, definitely.
she's pregnant.
Of
Oh,
course.
yeah.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
I've seen sitcom clip shows.
But yeah, he busts in there, uses some gadgets to open the doors.
He uses
Yeah.
the speculum of light,
And his lube.
which he has to lube up first.
What? Where? Where?
Also, the effects here are so bad because, like, that clearly, like, he didn't even crank that thing before the door started
Yeah.
opening. Like, it was
Oh,
just
he cranked it all right.
Well, after they lubed the hell out of the doors, they knew full well that there was no way that was going to work.
yeah.
I'm wondering how many outtakes
Yeah.
for some of these scenes. Because, like, I can't imagine he didn't ham it up at least 2 takes of this.
There would have been some point where someone in the production's bending over somewhere and they would have gotten attacked by the speculum of life.
But he should have held on to this thing because, like you said, when he gets down there, the woman is pregnant. She's
Yeah, that would have come in
Yeah.
handy.
No, but this whole scene is funny because, like, he all this effort to bust open the doors. He takes a such a cup, grappling hook thing to the wall. He swings in. He's like, I'm gonna go down. And Kevin's like, it's a fucking foot low. Like, he jumps
on
He's
it.
doing like the Rescue Ranger moves here.
and I do also appreciate his giving himself theme music.
Yeah. That I totally forgot about, and I loved it in every scene.
Oh yes, that one did get me.
He does have the
repeatedly.
same gadgets as the Rescue Ranger.
Yeah.
Yes, he does. Because they're both made out of trash.
Yeah.
At least one of them are rodents.
yeah.
Anyway, so they get down there, and essentially a screaming match ensues. Where you got the lady squeezing Kevin's finger, Daryl's
Not his finger.
Not his finger. Okay, apologies.
That's all right.
And Daryl is, experiencing the miracle of birth for the first time.
Didn't he say he's like, it's nasty?
Yeah.
Or it's
Yeah.
gross.
It's ugly.
I have
Yeah.
to see her thing.
And basically just everyone's screaming.
Yeah.
And Mazel Tov, it's a boy.
It's a
Changed his
magic
race a couple
color
times.
changing
He's like,
baby.
I'm a father.
I was like, no, you're not.
Like, oh, God.
Well, the lady was just like, just roll with it till the cops
Yeah, she's
get
just
here.
like, I just got to get to the hospital and all this is over.
But it's just some of this, like the lady goes to grab Kevin's hand, and for whatever reason, just like almost slaps his hand out of the way and just grabs his dick and starts crushing it. It's like,
She's like, you have a pretty big finger.
I mean that part's kind of funny, but
She's a dominatrix.
But they saved the
just
day.
testicle humor for
Yeah.
no reason.
They saved the day, and this way he gets his name. They're like,
Yeah.
what's your name? And he's like, I'm drawing a blank, ma'am. And she's like, Blankman. Okay.
He's a hero.
Who's your family? I don't really have a family.
And what would a hero be without an Act 2 montage of him doing awesome things?
Yeah.
Awesome in quotation.
Things. He's doing things.
Yeah. But no, I do love his freaking batarang. Like he breaks up a convenience store robbery with an orthopedic shoe on a bungee cord.
Well, like in my head, the movie we were creating, where just he throws that shoe, hits the guy, and the guy just shoots the clerk, because that's probably how that would have happened. That would have been way funnier.
Yeah, and I like how
Darker, but
the
funny.
clerk just like catches the gun, basically points it at him. It's just like, like
Yeah. Hey.
They're putting up neighborhood watch signs saying protected by Blankman.
I forgot what else was he doing. I was hypnotized by the orthopedic shoe. He did some other. He saves like a doggy under a porch.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, like a
Rottweiler.
Rottweiler.
Yeah.
Just general hero
Yeah.
shit.
It's your standard like Act 2 upswing, like everyone's loving him
Yeah.
kind of stuff. So
Robin does a little report on him.
yeah.
She's like, it's good to have somebody that's actually being a positive role model
Yep.
around here. That's when our mayor candidate? No, he's
I
mayor.
think he's mayor at this
He's mayor,
point.
yeah.
Yeah.
He gets elected, and he manages to appoint people to his cabinets that are shady or have been shady.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, and he's backsliding on his promise to clean up certain
Yeah.
things,
He's
particularly
not
with
draining
this
the
mob
swamp,
boss.
so.
Yeah, but here he's inspired, and he's like, you know what? We're done with this. I'm not gonna, put up with your shit anymore.
But Nellie's just like, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Yeah. He's like, that's cool. Remember how I killed all those people that were working for you? I could kill you too.
Yeah.
Now, like in the background of all this, Kimberly is like getting she wants to cover Blankman for real.
Yeah.
So
He's got a hero boner.
yeah, she getting like a little moist. And Kevin's like, now's my chance. If I get Blankman to do an interview, then like she'll let me do things with her.
Kevin's got that classic guy move of like there's only a 1% chance this will work. So you're saying there's a chance,
Right.
That's
He begs.
pretty much marriage in a nutshell right there.
He begs Daryl to
Yeah.
do an interview with her, and he does.
Mm-hmm. Picks her up at a subway station.
On the blank wheel.
The blank wheel, yeah.
Oh, we missed his whole secret lair.
Oh yeah, because everyone gave him busted up tech instead of money. Well, one guy gave him money, but he gave it back. So Kevin's like, "Get the fuck out of this apartment."
And
Which is
rightly
correct.
so, yeah. it was what, $5,000?
$5,000.
Yeah,
And he's, I told him instead, give me your appliances. Like, do you know how many appliances you could buy with $5,000?
Or pay rent.
$5,000 in early in older than 94 money. So like,
Yeah.
it would have got him somewhere.
he could have filled up both those shopping carts with like brand new appliances.
Yeah.
He could have
And
gone
had money to
crazy,
spare.
crazy Eddies.
Yeah.
Just buy the parts you need.
Crazy
instead of
Webbies.
fucking,
Crazy
yeah.
Webbies.
So
Instead, he's just got a bunch of flat dead cats under all that crap.
So yeah, he picks up Kimberly on the he makes like a railroad cycle. Like
Well, because the other part we skipped here, he finds a train station where he decides to make it his lair.
the blank layer.
A
Yeah.
blank station.
Blank station, yeah.
But yeah, so to bring Kimberly there, he gets on his Blankmobile, which, as it's a motorcycle on the train tracks. It's just with trains.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well, at least he's got like a sensor thing
He's
that
got a
tells him
system.
where the trains are
like
going.
and he has a remote switcher
Yeah.
in his car. Like I mean, in his on his bike. Like
Yep.
he's high tech.
Yeah.
Just limits his radius of where he can
Yeah.
fight crime.
makes it pretty easy to follow him too.
Well, that was my bigger thing. Like, I imagine he picked her up there and brought her to his lair for, to keep it hidden or whatever. But it's like, just follow the train tracks.
Yeah.
Fucking-
No, he said that he took her on a bunch of different rails.
Yeah, so she wouldn't.
So she
remember.
wouldn't know.
There's
the
still only
location.
so many train tracks in the city.
You find one in the city. You go ahead. You find the station you're trying to find just by the tracks.
She was leaving a trail of like breadcrumbs.
Her shoes, yeah.
Yeah.
2 shoes.
So yeah, he takes her to the lair, and she's enthralled by what is essentially a hoarder's nest.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah, some weird
Pee-wee's
carnival
Playhouse.
Yeah,
sideshow
and it's got
shit.
those tropes of
Freaking-
like
Freddy Fazbear is hiding in
Yeah.
a corner somewhere.
the ghetto rig technology where it's like, yeah, there's a Connect's Ferris wheel that powers something that's integral to some circuit.
There's a frog smoking a bong.
Yeah, this
Well,
thing's
yeah,
on a rocking horse. Like,
Yeah, there's a lot of that shit where it's just like, here's a machine doing whatever, but like we put a stuffed animal on it so it looks funny.
It
Like,
looks
yeah.
like Milford Rec a month before it closed.
See, well, that was a place in a town nearby where you can go
Very
play,
nearby.
play video games and like
Wasn't it like right down
shoot
from the
lasers
store?
at each other.
It's where
See,
the bowling alley.
lasers
is.
Yeah.
Send laser tag.
see, Will, once upon a time there were things called arcades.
Mm.
They
Pool
didn't
hall.
yet have
I've seen-
bars in them.
I've seen that in Stranger Things.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
you get Nathan's hot dogs in there.
Ooh.
You would pay about $5 to beat a real shitty video game.
Yeah.
So this one just had like crappy
But-
stuffed
yeah.
animals in it.
Yeah.
And then it evolved to later on all those shitty video games were replaced with shitty fighting games where you just paid $5 to have someone whoop your ass
And
for 10
Dance
minutes.
Dance Revolution.
And Dance Dance Revolution.
Nice. Sounds fun.
And then a pool hall for no reason because, you want a bunch of drunk guys
Kids
playing
love pool.
while
And
the
then
kids are
you
playing.
could win tickets playing skee ball to get like a mustache comb for
Yeah.
Ooh,
3,000 tickets.
need one of those.
Honestly, that was the funniest part. It was an arcade and a pool hall. And
Weren't
then
there
they
bumper cars down in the basement?
Yep.
Yes.
Wow.
They took the pool hall out to put in like more games and stuff, and then it closed down, and now we have barcades, which if you just made the pool hall, anyway,
Is a bar?
yeah, put alcohol in there.
Anyways,
Nice.
so
Nostalgia
Bottom line-
doesn't exist yet.
this guy's like, Blankman's like, oh, I'm the best man in the world, and
And she's like, I'm the wettest woman in the world.
Yeah.
Let's do something about this.
yeah, she plants a little peck there on him, and he
She kissed him good. Like,
Yeah.
No, it was legit.
I was jealous. I was like, yo, that's what I'm giving.
and he just
Jizz
in his pants.
This is
God.
like pumping the air.
The first contact he's had with an organic life
Yeah.
form, like
That he wasn't blood related to.
I'm deciding. I'm trying to decide whether I would have watched Howard the Duck bang Leah Thompson more than watch this.
I mean, at least we got to see some Leah Thompson.
Yeah, yeah.
That suit, though. That suit. This is over quicker. We're using the Howard the Duck logic.
I guess
Not by much.
Not,
Yes.
yeah. I mean,
He
this is a
milks
recurring
this.
joke, but yeah.
and he milks the shit out of this.
Tony, let's
Literally.
phrasing.
Oh, I meant what I said, and I said what I meant.
All right, so he's like, you got to go. Takes her back to the station. What the hell even happens now? Is this when we go?
He faps mercilessly.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, luckily that's off camera.
Where's that robot?
We get the mayor decides to because he's done with Manelli.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pay these cops. He's like, the cops haven't been paid in a while, so I'm gonna come down to the bank tomorrow. So I'm gonna have all this cash money
Yeah.
to give to all the police who haven't been paid.
Instead of
With all
doing
this
it
cash
quietly.
money.
Yeah, instead of just mailing y'all a check, you know.
Hey, you know how we don't have any police around or anything? I'm going to invite everyone to come here where
Yeah.
I'm going to have a ton of money that's just going to be handed out.
Yeah, and they've all not been paid in weeks.
Yeah.
Let's just all have them line up.
What could go wrong?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna have Blankman there too to like give him
Protect everyone.
Yeah.
key to the city or some bullshit.
Yeah, and here's where shit starts going down in a bunch of ways that it would never go down.
Well, quickly, just that part bugged me too, because the whole thing with taking Robin Gibbons to his hidden apartment and having to be begged into this is because he doesn't want the promotion and he doesn't want all the fame or whatever. And then, like, literally we cut to him getting handed a trophy in front of all these people. Like, what the fuck?
He got touched by
Yeah,
He got his
he's
rocks
hoping
touched by an
that'll
angel.
happen again.
Oh, okay. The mayor gives him a kiss on the cheek.
Ata.
So, I would say big flaw with this movie is that the villain, I don't know what they're trying to do with him. So now he's doing this weird like supervillain kind of thing.
Penguin entrance.
Yeah, like a penguin entrance, where he blows a hole in the floor and rises up out of it,
He's the underminer.
bedecked in satin, and he's talking about how stylish he is. He's robbing a bank in his pajamas. And they take the mayor. They kick everyone else out of the bank. They take the mayor. They strap a bunch of bombs to him, tie him to the vault. And then they're just like, oh, let's send in Blankman. The cops are like, Blankman's got this. All on his own.
Yep.
Yeah, and like,
Well, they still haven't been paid yet, so
Yeah.
fuck it.
because he stopped one armed robbery, but the rest was like, let me save this dog. Let me do this
Yeah.
this petty thing. Let me do this other petty. Like, it's nothing.
You know how to deal with hostage negotiations, then, right?
But at the same time,
Go
like,
ahead.
the city has had like nothing positive happening for so long that they're just like grabbing onto anything even remotely good.
So he's like, maybe I can reason with them.
Deal with this
like-
supervillain.
And as they do, so often they put him on a pedestal.
But even then, it's like, Blankman, you lead the charge, but we'll follow. Don't
Yeah.
send him alone.
Well, they also haven't been paid.
Yeah.
Because
We're
also, I
right
get,
behind you.
positive motivation, whatever. He's still clearly just a dork in a bedsheet for crying out
but
loud.
I mean, look at the villain in this movie, honestly. He looks like he should be stealing hamburgers. Not like he looks like he's going after your Domino's pizza.
He's like a G grade
That's
Tony
it.
Soprano.
He is a fast food tier villain.
He is a hamburglar.
Yeah.
In his little silk pajamas.
yeah.
Well, this whole movie is like, what if the little kid from the beginning of the movie wrote a comic book or
Yeah.
a movie, and that's what this movie is. Like, it's
Yeah, it's kind of a parody, but just very much a send up to the Adam West style Batman shit.
So, this is Blankman goes in, he gets sucked in through the automatic door, or through the rotating door, and the goons basically just beat him up, take him in. They put a very lazy, like, one loop around chain around him to hold him to the banner there.
I
And
mean, look at him though.
yeah.
They don't wanna touch him.
They certainly do underestimate him. So, yeah, they're robbing the vault, and he's like, I just gotta get my lube. He sprays that all over the floor, and then throws a fart bomb into the vault. And it flushes everybody out. They all fall in the lube. So they're like, "Oh, he beat us. Let's get out of here."
Yeah,
well, they had to.
The bombs were
Benelli
were
set
off.
the bombs for 3 minutes from now.
Yeah.
Before they had the money, like,
Yeah.
what are you
Nothing
doing?
had happened yet. It's like, all right, guys, see ya.
So here's the part like I don't get.
Dutch,
Like,
you're losing your mind, Dutch.
so Kevin comes in at this point. He comes right in and he's just like, "Hello?" Like, just give up the one thing you had going for you. You almost surprised. Comes in, he's just like, "This white man's gonna die."
Yeah, leave this white
Get
man.
Daryl out of there.
Yep.
Yeah. And Daryl's like, "No, we got to save him," and disarms the bomb. And then there's like a whole nother bag of bombs, and there's still like a fair amount of time left. There's like a minute, and the mayor's like, "Just get out of here," and like Daryl's like, "Okay, I guess I'm gonna go," and it's like you had a little bit of time to fuck around. I would have at least taken the bag of bombs and like thrown it down the hole they
Right?
came out of,
Yeah.
something like
It
that.
looks like all you did to disarm the bomb that
Yeah.
was attached was just flip the switch that was flipped opposite
Yeah,
the other.
That too.
You know how to turn the detonator
I mean,
off.
maybe there were too many to do
Yeah.
that to all of them, but still.
And the bank's a huge building. I would have like ran it to the other side or something like that. I don't know.
Also, I don't know if we really got into, like, was that safe closed for good? Because
Yeah.
if you can get that open,
Yeah,
toss
it
it
was.
in there.
It spun.
Yeah.
It did,
The thing
okay.
spun, yeah.
So needless to say, I mean, like these bombs set off the typical Hollywood gasoline fire explosion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the mayor's cooked, and Blankman's his reputation is sullied.
Yeah. The
And
police are
Daryl-
saying that like he wanted to go in there by
Yeah.
himself and just throwing him under the bus.
Yeah.
Mhm. And they're like,
Robin
"Where's our
Givens.
money?"
Kimberly, she was like, "I'm riding for you."
Yeah.
Yeah,
She was like, "Let's make out for a hot second and like put his head in
Yeah,
in
come-
the boobs.
come to
I
me.
got you." Like,
You're my little baby.
Kevin's like, "God damn it."
Yeah.
So yeah, he's like, "All right, I'm done. We're done with Blankman. I couldn't be the hero. I'm just gonna go work at McDonald's."
Yep.
Off he goes.
Like you do.
Yep. And then he's on his way home from McDonald's. Pretty much the same lady's getting robbed in the subway. A different lady, but they're like he doesn't do anything to help. The lady hits him. What's that?
Well, sorry. It hit me like, okay, he can't be Blankman or whatever. He doesn't feel he's up to it. So he goes to work at McDonald's. What happened to his other job?
I think he got fired
Probably.
because
Yeah.
when he made that toaster be a breakfast, whatever thing.
I wanted to try that. That
Me
looks
too.
pretty
It looked
good.
kinda dope.
Yeah.
But his
I mean, it
boss
was
was
better
like,
than the
"You're going to
toaster."
be in a lot of trouble. You're going to get it."
Yeah,
Like,
that's
so
fair.
maybe
Okay.
he got fired or whatever.
He stopped showing up after he became Blankman.
Yeah.
His boss is on too much toot anyway. So this is the end of the second act part where everything's at its worst.
Yeah.
And this is when Mr. Stone's like, "All right, Manelli, I know you won against Blankman, but I guess you still want to kill him. I mean, I guess he didn't get to steal all the money, so I'll get
Because
you
of his own
Blankman."
stupidity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, "I'll get you Blankman," and Manelli's like, "Fuck you! I'm gonna fucking torture it out of you and dump hot coffee on your crotch." And Mr. Stone's like, "You think I give a damn?" So he starts slapping him, and then finally, Manelli's like, "I like this guy. All right, I'll work with him. How do I get Blankman?" He's like, "All right, Blankman's got the hots for this reporter. Go kidnap her. Bada bing, bada boom, done."
Yeah.
Which is real fucked up because they all work in the same building. They all news people, but he's like, her show gets ratings, so fuck her show.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fuck her and her show, and give me some fucking ratings.
Well, yeah, she can't report on it if she's the one being kidnapped.
Yeah.
We can. Give us the ratings. Win-win.
So then he calls up Kevin. It's like, I got your woman. Get Blankman down here.
Well, she was in the process of trying to find out who killed Blankman's Kevin's grandmother.
Grandmother, yeah.
Yep.
Because Blankman said, "I had
Oh, that's
grandma."
right. She was telling Kevin, and then
Yeah.
Manelli came in. All right, so then, Kevin's got to go convince Daryl to, stop working at McDonald's to, go be Blankman again. Bing, bang, boom, convinces him. And they go to the blank layer or blank station, fire everything up.
Well, part of convincing him was he has to wear the suit too.
Yes. And if you think the Blankman suit's awful, other guy. I mean, I like the fedora and the mask, the kind of Green Hornet vibe that had going on, but the Michigan sweatshirt and I don't even know. Those are like pro wrestler pants. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on there. No color coordination at all.
Nope.
No gadgets. Suit's not even bulletproof.
Yeah.
Doesn't tell him that, though.
Nah, I mean, why would you tell him that? Also, when you're making these outfits, why would you make his bulletproof?
Yeah.
It's
Sure.
not like you have a bathtub full of this bulletproof liquid.
And it's not like you care about your brother.
It's like I wouldn't have dipped most of my wardrobe in that.
Really, he made it at the same time.
Yeah.
The hell?
Come on, Blankman.
I call foul.
So,
He's an asshole.
yeah. They go off on the blank wheel and, crash into the
With
newsroom.
J5 in tow.
Yeah. So, now,
That's important for later.
we skipped a few things with going on with the news here. Because first off, we skipped
Midget Man?
the midget man and gay man.
That was intentional.
Yeah, I don't know if they really need to be mentioned. Let's just say it was 1994. Things were different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the toned down version, remember?
Yes. Fucking Tony Cox getting housed by a chair.
the Greg Kinnear's like, so how do you take down the bad guys you're trying to stop? And he's like, oh, let me show you. Tries to pick up that chair.
And then
I'm sorry. It's so funny.
fucking gay man is just straight up Village People stereotype.
Yeah.
And
He's
because
one
back
of
then,
He's a leather
if
daddy.
If you were gay, you were a leather daddy. That's
Right,
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was wearing like a leather lattice shirt
Yeah.
or something. I don't even know.
It's something that what's his name? The guy from Judas Priest, Rob Halford, would have been like, that's a bit much.
I don't even remember what he said because I think I had my face so
Oh, yeah,
buried so
Honestly,
deep
take
into the
off
couch
the
cushions.
leather cap. He could be in a gladiator movie in this
Yeah.
thing.
So
That's
Are you not entertained?
like a post Matrix but action movie. Like, he could be there too.
Say butt action.
he sure did.
Well, back when
Phrasing.
So
you'd rather watch some butt action than the action scenes that, followed post Matrix. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway.
I'm afraid I do.
You're talking about.
All right. But's the wrong wording.
Joe likes watching the guys. Let's move on.
We were past this. This is
I know.
when we came back to it.
Butt action.
Oh, okay.
God.
All right.
Oh, Jesus.
Anyway. Oh, it stinks too.
Yeah.
You
Thank
had to
you.
put your face right back where it
Yep, right where it was. So anyway.
So glad we have the fan blowing in this direction.
Yeah. So. Whew, escaped that one. Flawless. Nailed it. All right.
Hotter in here now.
It smells like a doctor's office.
My noxious
where everyone
amnesia
dies.
How does that have the same effect as when like somebody pees in the pool? There's just this area of warmth now.
Anyway.
I can feel it on my skin.
I'm lightheaded now.
Fucking hell.
They storm the newsroom. Some karate ensues. Well, Damon Wayans getting his ass whooped, and Kevin, doing some really unacceptable karate.
I gotta say though, like they swung in through the window.
Yeah,
They did.
that's a
Like
baller
Batman
move.
style. Like,
Yeah.
That was cool.
it takes guts to do that shit. Like,
So yeah, classic villain thing. He's just like, "Yo, I got a gun pointed at the thing you love, so stop."
Yeah.
And so they do, and he's like, "I'm gonna put you in the lotto tank. We float in water with a bunch of balls."
he legit has gone full on like Batman villain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like 60s Batman.
So Jason Alexander was trying to get an interview in, and he had a dude ask Minnelli if he was gay, which Minnelli replied by shooting that man to death. And then,
Because how dare he?
1994.
and then he suspends
Are
Jason
you gay,
Alexander
man?
in his wheelchair from the ceiling. And so then he leaves them all there. He's like, "I hit a bomb somewhere in here, and you're going to get blamed for this somehow, Blankman, even though you're going to die in the blast too." I don't know. So I'm like a villain. I'm going to put you in this, somewhat escapable situation and leave. And they do. So then, yeah, J5 is diligently on his way. And
Like,
for all of J5's faults, he takes stairs better than Ed 209.
I mean,
I like-
marginally better.
I like this. So Rob, most of this movie was like not having it. Like he was not having it. But like this sequence legit made him
Oh, it got me.
How could you not?
It actually got him.
I will say, like, after the first 3 times, I was like, all right, let's
going.
Let's get to let's figure it out, guys.
Despite his many faults, he did at least think to install a self-righting mechanism in
Oh,
J5.
yeah.
Like if he
Little
falls
arms.
over, he can stand himself back up.
Well, yeah, he
and-
takes stairs
yeah.
like a champ.
Yep. Because yeah, their apartment building damn sure wasn't handicap accessible, so he had to come up with something.
Yeah.
1995.
Yep. So
4.
he shoves a video game cartridge into the back of J5 that turns him into anti-terrorist bomb sniffing dog mode, and he's and he just happens to have a block of plastic explosive that he has J5 smell, and J5's off like a shot finding him.
How does he smell?
I don't know.
No,
He can do it.
The pom pom.
it makes sensors.
Yeah. So he finds it in the ladies' room. We get a joke about, David Allen Greer finding a bomb, but not the one they're looking for.
Mhm.
And so they load all the explosives into J5 and send them outside where there's a huge crowd of people waiting for some
I
reason.
still don't get that. Like he's supposed
Yeah.
to be able to like absorb explosions. That's what he was built for, even though it's just a fucking old school washing machine. But they put so many bombs in it.
Yeah.
So many.
And I like that he
all in one spot too.
that he they go back and they rescue Kimberly Johns, but they pretend that there's no time to rescue Mr. Stone. So they just leave him hanging from the ceiling, thinking that the bomb's going to blow up. And
That was a funny bit.
And you get a shot of poor Mr. Stone hanging there trying to activate his wheelchair. And so they go out and the bombs go off inside J5, who seems to take it like a champ initially. Then he falls apart, kind of like a Blues Brothers car, kind of collapse.
Yeah.
But honestly, for that much C4, that's a pretty impressive bomb absorption.
And that stair fall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've
a lot
seen
of
the
trauma.
Expendables.
I have not.
That's very impressive.
yeah.
Um,
No, that much C4 would destroy that building. Like,
Yeah.
it would certainly destroy the washing machine.
I mean, Mythbusters blew up a cement truck. And it was just vaporized.
I wish that's how this went down. Just
So now, I was kind of multitasking while I was watching this, so I missed how they're just like, let's just go get Manelli. And they're just there. Like, there's no, like, how they track him down or
Nope,
anything.
they're just
Pretty
there.
much it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's really no explanation.
I mean, maybe there was a Blankman wipe where the B
Yeah,
logo came
there was
across the
indeed.
screen. Yeah, and so like Kevin or other guy now, he's just like, yo, shoot me. I don't give a damn. And then Daryl's like, hey, Kevin, I'm not going to say this very loud. And Kevin's, busy not paying attention. And he doesn't know that his costume's not bulletproof. And he gets shot.
Oh, you know what it was? I think he put a tracker on him. I think he says he put a tracker on him.
Makes sense.
We'll go with that.
So now we have the fight where Kevin throws Blankman the electric nunchucks, which are 2 flashlights with some kind of motor spinning them around. Yeah, and these things are super effective somehow.
somehow.
Well, it's like when, like in wrestling,
Yep.
where like the bad guy has that move he does, and like the guy has to stumble his way into the move somehow. That's what all the bad guys were doing. They were stumbling their way into the nunchucks.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, plot convenience
Well,
wise,
yeah,
it works
I mean,
wonders. But
That was the wrestling equivalent of the hot tag, where anything that the face does is immediately like sending the heel sprawling away. So yeah, Sammy, like the Class A goon, comes up to him, like knocks the nunchucks out of his hand, and he points a gun at him, and he does his one martial arts move where he kicks the gun out of Sammy's hand. So Sammy's like, "I'm just gonna beat your ass."
He was so proud of himself. He's like, I did it.
Yeah.
No, he actually shouted a Steve Urkel, "Did I do that?"
Sammy's like, doesn't matter. Fucking body slams him through his boss's desk. And then I like he's still making the noises as he like hits him with like a plaque or something, and, like puts him in a piano and closes the lid on him, which is not actually all that devastating.
No, like it
but it
Wow.
looks like he
Shoulder.
looked like
Yeah.
he died.
Yeah, but it's like
Wow.
that's like a flat board against another flat board. It's gonna kind of hurt, But
Like it didn't even hit his head.
yeah, and Sammy just dies.
Yep.
He's just out.
Blankman has taken a life.
Yeah. Again, Manelli's like, all right, I'm pointing a gun at your boy here. And Blankman's like, I see that you're doing that, but I have rocket shoes and a rolling table. And he just flies at Manelli, gets him on the table, and goes through like a dozen doors.
Yeah, like, where the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Some kind of Twilight Zone.
Yeah. I mean, they're like the double doors you'd see on like a church or something. And he like slams through like 6 sets of them. And then the police are all just waiting outside. Like, bye. Like, how'd you guys get there? And like, why weren't you helping?
They don't do that.
Yeah.
Huh.
They still haven't gotten paid.
Just launches him right into the back of the squad car. Or the paddy wagon, I should say. And then that's it. He's like, bam, hero.
And that's probably just where they were taking a nap.
Yeah.
I mean, in the case of this guy, the all beef paddy wagon because
Wow.
he's the hamburger.
And and then basically we just cut to Kevin and Daryl, waiting to meet Kimberly Johns, and Daryl's all scared.
Yep.
And yeah, Lois Lane, she is not Kimberly Johns sees right through his disguise. Fucking fools him with the look, it's a shoplifter, and
Well, at the same
Or
time,
person action.
Superman, he is not.
yeah.
How, he spends half the time with Kevin. Like, they've called each other
Yeah.
by their real names in public. Like, there's
Kevin and
nothing...
him have adventured together with Kevin not in costume.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And plus, no one sounds like he does.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
just, it's not...
Or moves like he does,
Yeah.
or...
So we get another orgasm joke.
Ugh.
And then we roll the credits. And I gotta say, the end song disappointed me in that it was like 5 songs that could have been a perfectly serviceable 90s movie song, but they're all mixed together in like 1-minute allotments, and you're like, just fucking pick a song.
We didn't actually
No.
credit songs.
No, sorry.
I don't know. I always
I
gotta
believe you,
critique
though.
The credit song. It's my thing.
That's fair.
It should just be him singing.
Oh, he's doing that the whole fight with Sammy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's Blankman. So, Tony, what does Rotten Tomatoes have to say about Blankman?
Oh boy. On RottenTomatoes.com, critics gave this a whopping score of 13%. Audience gave this a score of 40%. That's their personal thoughts and opinions. What about you and yours / recommendations on this, Will?
Yeah, so I would probably go with the audience score on this one of 40. Not a great film by any means, but it was innocent enough and short enough that I enjoyed it, and laughed out loud a few times. It's just kind of absurd and slapstick, and didn't take itself too seriously. So yeah, if you've not seen it, I would say it's worth a watch. It's funny. It's definitely a movie of its time. If you listen to the episode, you kind of know what you're getting into. But if you're looking for like a superhero movie with a black main character that's better, watch Black Panther,
Okay. Joe.
The movie's fine. I mean, it's not good by any means, but it's a good like background movie.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would say it's worth a watch, but it's not like if it's on, like don't, it's not like, oh God, Blankman, change the channel. It's a serviceable movie. I'm basically just going to echo what Will said. Like there were a few parts of it where I'm like, oh, that didn't age well, but I mean, overall, it's fine. It's like, I mean, it's a pass, like a D, I guess, but it didn't hurt to watch.
Yeah. And it was short. Like my main thing was like, it's only 90 something minutes. So it's not like Howard the Duck where you're going to be there for more than 2 hours. Just like, when is this going to be done?
Of the superhero movies we're going to watch, this is probably going to be the second best of all of them. And I mean, I know that's not saying much. And like, yeah, I mean, I would say Mystery Men is in every way it's superior. So I would watch that, but that's still not saying a lot. All right.
Brian.
I still love this movie. Like it's still fun for me. But I'm not critical of it because like it's acting shitty on purpose. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like it's campy on purpose. It's making fun of itself on purpose. And the critics are correct. It's for a movie, it's like 13 because the plot is super predictable, super like dumb. Like don't look for any kind of like cinema from this fucking thing like at all. Like turn your brain off. But it's fucking fun and harmless. Like I still had a good time watching it. So I'd say watch it again.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a bit torn personally. Because the same, like, it's harmless. It's parts of it did make me laugh, but there's like a large parts of it that are dumb, intentionally dumb, but still just dumb. And I was just like, but not painfully so. So sure, like others have already mentioned, like if it's on, feel free, but don't go out of your way for this. It's passable. Rob.
I'm not gonna recommend it, and I think part of it is because I haven't seen it before, so I don't have that like any connection to it really. I'm not mad that I saw it, but at the same time, like there are some funny parts, but beyond that, there's really nothing there for me to recommend. It's really forgettable, and even though it's only 90 minutes long, I was still kind of like, all right, when are we getting to the end here? So while it's definitely not the worst superhero movie we've seen. It's not even the worst superhero movie we've seen out of the two that we've watched so far. But I'm still like, I'm not gonna give it a recommend just because I don't really have any basis to recommend it on, except for like if you can find parts on YouTube, watch like the funny parts, and that'll get you fine.
Yeah, that's probably the better way to go. Because I get the superhero parody stuff they're trying to do with it, but they're not very clever with it. So it's just you gotta hold on for those few jokes that work.
I just think maybe that humor is better in like a show like In Living Color, where it's in bite-sized chunks. That seems to me like this seems to be better in small doses. Like I don't want a whole movie of Blankman.
Like you didn't really need his origin story. You just kind of could use the humorous anecdote with him.
Yeah, like I want to see like a funny part. Like if it was just like a clip where he's rescuing the woman from the elevator, or just just doing one thing or the other thing, then like the jokes would land without any stuff in between, and I'm not like, all right, but yeah, whatever.
All right, so what else do we have for the people?
We're still doing our season of superheroes.
That's right, and we've decided to not announce the next episode ahead of time for this.
Why is
We're
that?
keeping the identity secret.
Cool.
Why is that?
Because your face. Anyway, guys, we want to thank you so very much for listening to our podcast. If you enjoyed the episode, please consider subscribing. You can find us on iTunes, Google Play, probably. Or you can check out our website.
We don't have a fucking app.
No, but like they have the Google Play Music it's got all the things.
Well, we are on that actually.
What
Wherever-
about Stitcher?
Stitcher, you can find us on.
Wherever fine
Spotify.
podcasts are sold.
But more
Not
importantly,
Spotify.
dang it.
Get too popular to be on that one.
you should check out our
Never mind, folks. Spotify.
check out our website at 4ampodcast.podbean.com, where you can find our episode archive, our merchandise store, and more information about the podcast. You can also contact us by following us on Twitter or Facebook at 4am Podcast, or you can email us at the4ampodcast@gmail.com. And don't forget, all summer long until September 13th. It was September, right? Yeah, September 13th, which is Friday. September Friday the 13th. Ooh, spooky, booky, dookie.
Spooky Book Dookie.
You can enter our Cat Piss Man logo t-shirt contest.
Then you can wear your Cat Piss Man shirt to Area 51 with us. When we
There you
go.
go. Yeah.
Naruto run.
Naruto run.
Our shirts are all aerodynamically tested for Naruto running.
Maybe we'll spill that special chemical on it so it's bulletproof too.
Yeah, you'll need that.
Take that, government agents.
You might want to actually cut the sleeves off.
Yeah, in fact, just so you guys know, there are clues hidden throughout our podcast that will help you uncover things in Area 51.
That's right. Try and guess which one of us is in the Illuminati. Anyway, guys, thanks for listening. We'll be back.
Discordian Society, what up?
Yeah. We'll be back next time with more Superhero Summer. It's going to be fantastic. Thanks for listening.
Ooh.
I'll see you in the next one.
Deuces.
Bye.
Adios.
Good night, everybody.